I just want to tell Kanye West say, Bob Marley, our national icon, said, you can fool some people sometime, but you can't fool all the people all the time. I think Kanye missed that line, I think he missed that line there. Get up, stand up for your rights. I think he missed that one there too. Welcome to SouFLoTV again, everybody. It's your host with the most. So a lot of people are saying, yo, SouFlo, you know, see Kanye West was selling like Jamaican merchandise. And I said, what is the problem? So what if he is? As long as I've been on the face of the earth in the computer era, I've noticed that Jamaican merchandise has been sold online. Matter of fact, if you go online right now and look up Jamaican merchandise, you will be surprised. In all parts of Europe, you have people that are making a lot of money selling from shoes to hats to shirts to pants to underwears, bathing suits, you name it. It has Jamaican flag, emblem, whatever you want to put, symbolisms on it, right? And no one has ever said anything. So Kanye came down to Jamaica. He spent a whole cool $1 million for one night of partying in Jamaica. Whether it was a Christian party or not, it was $1 million spent for one night of partying in Jamaica, and it benefited Jamaica. Now, that's what Babsy Grange said. Shout out to the Right Honorable Babsy Grange. But I have some questions about that, though. I would like to see the receipts. I would like to see where $1 million was spent. Who exactly benefited from that? And then we can move on. But right now, that's not what we came to talk about. We actually came to talk about the whole clothing line thing and it being pulled. So, newsamericasnow.com says Kanye West actually dropped, then pulled the merchandise with the Jamaican flag and the coat of arms. So first he drops it and then he pulls it from his line, right? Now, here's the thing. He did the whole Jesus walk, not Jesus walk. He did the whole Sunday pop-up service thing in Jamaica. And, you know, a lot of people had a lot of reservations about this thing because I'm going to talk about this at the end. This is going to get very deep. Please keep an open mind and stick to it. All right. Listen, it was Emancipation Park. Walk with me. Emancipation Park. That's why I started this video out by saying, emancipate yourselves from mental slavery. Bob Marley, one of our national icons that put Jamaica on the map, really. Anywhere in the world you go, you say Bob Marley, golden, good to go. Jamaica, man, emancipate yourselves from mental slavery. Emancipation Park is the place in Jamaica where Kanye's concert took place. And it took place, the timing was our Heroes Day weekend. Okay, so it took place at a time when we should have been celebrating our heroes. We should have been celebrating the people that fought for us to be emancipated, right? And then you have a big old Christian concert at Emancipation Park. When there are a lot of Jamaicans now, especially those of African descent, that have been waking up. As far as when waking up, meaning they're realizing that spirituality is different from religion, but that took them right back into religion. I'm going to talk about that later and the amount of people that attended versus if they had not attended, what message would have been sent. Was Jamaica hoodwinked, bamboozled? Let's see. But let's talk about this first. So, rapper Kanye West's team has been forced to take his shop.kanyewest.com site offline after a big old brouhaha erupted over the selling of his Jesus is King merchandise, complete with the Jamaican flag and coat of arms via his online shop. A lot of people were up in arms about it. They went to the right people in positions of power, Miss Right Honorable Babsy Grange, and she had to do something about it, and she did. So Kanye West dropped the merchandise after his free 2-hour Sunday service gospel event in Kingston, Jamaica on Friday, October 18th. The start of Emancipation Day weekend in the Caribbean country. West presented a free, let me stop and say this. In the eyes of many Jamaicans, you must understand that if you are to emancipate yourself from mental slavery, but you still consider yourself a Christian, worst if you are from African descent and you still pray to the westernized version of the God of Christianity, which is a white man's picture of Jesus Christ. My grandmother is Jamaican. She lives in Jamaica. She still has that Caesar, painting up in her house. And when I go to visit, I always bother her because I always say, Grandma, who's this? And she said, that's my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, man. I said, Grandma, no, it's not. You could take this down. Grandma, you know you black, right? And she goes, I don't know why some of these white people just don't like we, I just don't know. But that's my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. So you must understand that the concept of black people praying to a white man as their God is not emancipating themselves from mental slavery. And in this future tense time like we are now, 2019, people would have loved to have seen something different happen at Emancipation Park. We're going to talk about that, but let's stick to this clothing line thing first. So West, Kanye West, he presented a 2-hour-long gospel concert, complete with his 120-person choir, while wearing his Jesus is King merchandise with the logo of the city of Kingston, as well as which was then later released for pre-order on his online shop. But sharp Jamaicans were not having it. Remember, I know I said you can fool some people sometime. Bob Marley said it, but you can't fool all the people all the time. Now people are saying Kanye West is worth $240 million. What the hell would he want with a little bit of chump change and Jamaican money selling shirts? Nope. This is not about selling shirts in Jamaica. This is about wearing the piece, advertising it because brand Jamaica is hot globally, and then putting it on sale. So people who go to buy it are gonna say, yo, that's the piece that I saw Kanye West wearing while he was in Jamaica performing, son. Yes, let me get the hat. I want the jacket. I want the socks. I want the G-strings. I want every piece of that merchandise. That is what that's about. It was advertising and then putting the merch out for sale. He even had a pre-order line. You understand? So that's what that was about. And when my wife first said, yeah, babe, didn't you see that he's selling merchandise as well? I said, babe, Kanye West don't want no damn Jamaican money. It can't do nothing for him. The money is about 1 to 150 something per. And when I went and did my research later, nah. So my wife was right. $200 per pop, $150, $40. Now I'm not knocking the brother hustle because I've said this before and I'll say it again. When black people, our most prominent entertainers especially, they use their platform to advertise all European wear. All European wear. They brag about it. They put it in their songs, the Fendis and the Gucci and the Prada and the Versace, and they brag about it. And they'll spend $500 on a shirt, and they'll spend $1,500, $2,500, $3,000 on a pair of shoes or a purse or a jacket or a damn scarf. But if you put a black name on it, or it's manufactured and being distributed, sold by a black person, then they have a problem with it. But they never complain when they're giving their money to all the other brands I just mentioned. So I'm not knocking Kanye's hustle. I'm just saying what went down with the Jamaican people, right? So one of the shirt that was initially on sale in the store was there for, I believe, about $200. Okay. Delroy Wilson, the mayor of the city of Jamaica, took to Twitter to respond to the issue because the people were blowing up Twitter. They were like, yo, that's our coat of arms out of many one people. Yo, that's our insignia, our flag. What's this about? And he's selling it. The minister and I update the public on concerns per the use of this and other emblems in short order. This is what the mayor immediately took to Twitter to say. And then the minister Wilson was referring to is the entertainment minister Olivia Grange, who then told the Jamaica Gleaner that she had demanded that the items be removed. You understand? So it wasn't, oh, hey, you guys were just here. I see you're selling our stuff on clothing. What's that about? No, it was not that. It was she demanded. Listen, take that down. Okay? I noticed Kanye West and members of the choir wearing, this is her speaking. She said, I noticed Kanye West and members of his choir were wearing similarly emblazoned items during their special performance in Kingston last night. By the way, she's that beautiful chocolate lady that was in attendance at the concert. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, she said, I noticed that Kanye West and members of the choir were similarly emblazoned, wearing the similarly emblazoned items during their special performance in Kingston last night. But I was not aware at that time that the costumes were also being sold online. Grange was quoted as saying, we neither received nor requested for, nor did we give permission for our national symbols and emblems to be used for a commercial manner or otherwise. I have since requested that the items be withdrawn and the vendor has agreed to do so. Now, the media says she demanded that they be withdrawn. She says, I have requested. Words are powerful, and how it's said and how it's received can be two totally different things. So some people are saying, oh, she demanded. So they're mad at Kanye West and he's in trouble. She simply said she requested they be withdrawn. She's probably said, hey man, look, it's causing a big old row. The people are not having it, and it's not a good look for your brand going forward, and it's not a good look for even us as well, because they'll say we did nothing and we sold out to you guys, right? And they were like, okay, we understand. Listen, no big deal. Big misunderstanding. We've seen many things set for sale online already with Jamaican stuff on it, and nobody complained about it. But it's okay. We'll take it down. So they did. As of last night, the site only showed, this is Kanye West's site, it only showed the option for enter email for updates, as well as categories, quote unquote, terms, and privacy. Kanye West's Sunday service has grown significantly in popularity over the past few months, and it has been hosted in a couple of cities in the U.S., including Chicago, where he's from, D.C., Detroit, Salt Lake City, California, to name a few places, right? And it was the first place outside of the United States of America for this to be featured, and they chose Jamaica. Of course, a lot of people were hype, and a lot of people were saying, yo, they chose Jamaica, son. That means we on the map. You know, we are a welcoming place. We are a place where a lot of people want to be. And our brand, Jamaica, is trending, always trending worldwide. If you don't believe me, ask Drake, right? With Controller. Ask Rihanna with work, 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 work. If you don't believe me, ask Justin Bieber with his biggest hit. One of his biggest hit, right? So anyways, or in recent times. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is this. Let's get on with it. I believe that this point should have been something else. The timing is what I was not enjoying about this whole affair. Now, let me clear up again. I am all for what Kanye West did. He is no different from anybody else that would have came to Jamaica and put up a concert in Emancipation Park, some big celebrity from the U.S. If they came and did it, everybody would have been supporting and in attendance. For instance, we know that Jamaica religiously is under a spell, so to speak. So if you say Jesus and you pop up in Jamaica, then expect a lot of people to show up, especially if you are an influential individual with millions of US dollars to your worth and you're able to move a whole 120-piece choir with a whole 50-piece backdrop, entourage, all this other stuff, you're going to cause a big gathering in Jamaica, period, right? And I know for a fact that if, say, Joel Osteen or any of the Caucasian preachers were to pop up in Jamaica and hold a gospel concert at Emancipation Park, that people would have, the whole island probably would have turned out. So I'm not mad at Kanye for what he did. What I want to say going forward, though, to the Jamaican people and to those who are in a position of power is this. Jamaicans gather in numbers for politics all the time. And I mean numbers. Not for cockpit country. So here you have the lungs. If you think about the human body, you think about the heart, the liver, the kidney, the lungs. You have cockpit country, which is the rainforest, which is very vital to Jamaica's ecosystem, right? And you have people that are getting ready to go in and mine and dig and plunder that place, which will definitely mess up the entire Jamaica and all its beauty that it's known for, right? And people would turn up for politics as far as who they're voting for and the political parties and their association, and they will turn up for stuff like a street party, like a Kanye West party, free at the park, a gospel concert, but far less people turned up. When I look at the number of people that turned up for Kanye West concert compared to the number of people that showed up for that walk demonstration they did about not mining in the cockpit country, my heart hurts. I was so disappointed, and I still am right now, because the people are so unaware. But that's Jamaican people for you, especially the ones that are Christian. And this is not an attack on Christian, so-called Christians, because they believe in just praying for everything. Don't worry about the cockpit country, man. Just pray for it. The Lord will provide. The Lord will fix it up and make sure nothing bad happens while they're digging away at the cockpit country, right? So they gather in numbers for the Kanye West concert and any religious gathering, but not for cockpit country. Not to show solidarity, not to demand that the Prime Minister does something about the crime and violence in Jamaica. People keep saying to me, SouFlo, you always act like crime and violence doesn't happen anywhere else in the world. Do you see the United States of America leaders being flabbergasted or acting crazy about crime and violence happening in other people's country? No. They're more concerned about what's happening in their country, right? And people say, but you live in the US, so why are you so worried about Jamaica? Because I am a Jamaican. I'm tired of explaining this to people. I was born and raised in Jamaica. I'm not a Jamaican from outside that wants to be in Jamaica. Jamaica is mine by birthright, right? My grandparents are still alive and still live in Jamaica. And if you can imagine being young, you might be able to defend yourself from a criminal. But if you can imagine being elderly like my grandparents are and still living alone, praises to the Most High, because they are elderly, but they are fit. Because most people in their age group in the United States of America, from eating processed foods all those years, by the time you get to their age group, you're in a nursing home somewhere. My grandparents are still able to live alone and take care of each other and their property, right? Now, imagine if they're pounced upon by criminals, because this seems to be a regular thing happening in the country all over and over and over. So for the people to hold the leaders that they elected on their promises of a crime-free Jamaica, nowhere can ever be crime-free, but to reduce crime so that we are not one of the places in the world with the highest rate when it comes to murder per capita, then we need to come out in numbers and hold our leaders accountable. And Jamaicans would prefer to pile up in numbers at, say, a Christian gathering, Kanye West concert, gospel, or a political event than for them to show up for something more important like cockpit country or march in front of the houses where it matters so the prime minister can see you. Hold your placards up. Say, we need more CCTVs with a central monitoring point. We need more TVs with a central monitoring point. We need stiffer penalties for these crimes. We can't keep having people committing murder and then suspected of murder. Some are even seen at the murder scene and they secure bail and they get to walk away. And their trial is not for another 3, 4, 5, 6 years while they remain in the community, damaging and hurting more people. There are so many more things that we need that should be done, could be done to make the country better. And the people are needed to make that power felt by those in charge that they have elected to do the job, but are not doing it. But the people lay dormant. Like corruption among government officials and law enforcement. Come on now. We all know that that's everywhere in the world. But in Jamaica, it takes a precedent. It takes a whole different level, meaning. So I've come to the realization that religion, politics, rules. That's what rules. Okay. Let me close the video by saying this. It was Emancipation Day, the kickoff of Emancipation Day weekend. Emancipate yourselves from mental slavery. Here we are at the Emancipation Park, right? And we were supposed to be celebrating our culture, our heritage, the journey, where we've come from, where we are now, a vision of where we want to be in years to come, right? And giving thanks to the people that paved the way for us to be at this point. And we had a gospel concert. This would have been the perfect time to showcase Jamaican culture. Have a dance hall reggae evening at Emancipation Park. Gather up your conscious artists. Gather up the artists with tell them clean up your lyrics and come. Even the ones that do lyrics that you, the elderlies, are not so into, have the artists clean up their lyrics and tell them come, right? And then make it a family event. Because Lord knows we need that in Jamaica. Make it a family event where the kids could spread their blankets on the grass and listen to their favorite artists. And then later on in the evening, we take it more into you know what I'm saying? It could have been that kind of an event. A showcase of unity and strength. And somewhere in there, for those who are religious, you could have even gospel performers perform. But we have missed a point. And that's what I thought that event could have been, should have been. Hell, make it an event once per week for family gatherings in Emancipation Park. That would be something that people overseas would look forward to flying down to Jamaica for. Oh, you going to Jamaica this weekend? Yeah, I'm going there this weekend. Let's meet up at Emancipation Park with the family. All right, I'll meet you there then. You know they have that whole family gathering where nice reggae music is being played and all that other stuff, and it's a nice atmosphere, blah, blah, blah. Think about it, people. Jamaica is the capital. Kingston is the capital of Jamaica, rather. So it would be the perfect place for the event that I just described. Anyways, it is what it is. And what I want you to do is actually tell me how you feel about Kanye West putting the emblem, our coat of arms and stuff on clothing and selling them. Tell me how you feel about his concert in Jamaica. Tell me how you feel about what I said about the type of concert that it should have been and the moment, the time. Emancipation Park, emancipate yourself from mental slavery, Heroes, National Heroes Weekend, a celebration of our heroes, and so on and so forth. It's SouFLoTV, man. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Leave your comments in the comment section below. I'll see you then. Carefully. Peace. We are back on the promo thing again. The payments are through Cash App or PayPal. So artists, projects, whether the artists have an album or the artist have a clothing line, or the artist have a single bio. If the artist just want an introduction out there, make people know, say, yo, me have this going on, this is a new artist coming out under this label. So all the artists them link up. Businesses, we're promoting all those things. So if you do catering, tailoring, dressmaking, mechanic, barbershop, beautician, you name it. If you have a business out there and you want that business to be promoted, and you feel like this channel can do something for your business, then link up quick. So link up with SouFLoTV and make we get the promos out and about. I'm out. Peace.